17 साल का इंतजार, आंखों में आंसू और 17 साल का इंतजार, आंखों में आंसू और चेहरे पर गौरव। ये कहानी है विराट के उस कद की जिसे आरसीबी ने आज सही साबित कर दिया। आरसीबी ने 17 साल का सूखा खत्म करते हुए ट्रॉफी अपने नाम की है। ये जंग अब आरसीबी के लिए कुछ खत्म सी होती नजर आ रही। नमस्कार, मेरा नाम है मुकुंद, वन इंडिया देख रहे हैं आप। हमारा खास लाइव सेशन जिसका नाम है पिच बैटल। स्टूडियो में हमारे साथ है अविनाश शर्मा और हमारे दो खास सहयोगी या आपके एक्सपर्ट, जैसा आपको ठीक लगे। आपके तमाम सवालों के जवाब देंगे हमारे नील बासुदा और वासुकी, मिस्टर वासुकी भी हमारे साथ हैं। अगले आधे घंटे तक हम तमाम आपके सवाल जवाब लेते रहेंगे। अविनाश जी, शुरुआत आपसे ही करना चाहूंगा। हमने पूरा मैच अपने दर्शकों के लिए कवर किया, तमाम आपके सवाल हम लेते रहे, वीडियोस बनाते रहे। बेशक 6 रनों से ही सिर्फ रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बेंगलुरु इस मुकाबले को जीत पाई है, लेकिन वो जीत की खुशबू मैं कहूं पूरे आखिरी ओवर में सेलिब्रेट की गई। वो फैंस हो या फिर टीम का हर एक सदस्य, विराट कोहली तो रो दी ग्राउंड पर।
बिल्कुल, आईपीएल 2025 आरसीबी ने जीत लिया है एंड दे वन इट बाय अ मार्जिन ऑफ 6 रन्स. The margin is, I mean, we should not talk about the margin because what we saw happening at Narendra Modi Stadium was something terrific. Will definitely be remembered for a very long time by Indian fans, Virat Kohli fans, and RCB fans who've been waiting for this elusive silverware for the last 18 years. And it's the 18th year in which RCB have won the trophy. The drought has ended, and with this, the E Sala Cup Namde has now transformed into E Sala Cup Namdu. RCB have done what they had been dreaming. So the dreams of millions of RCB fans, including Virat Kohli, has finally been realized, and it's become a reality now. So we have our guests with us, Mr. Vasuki and Indranil Basu. Dada, I am coming right next to you. But let me take some reactions from Mr. Vasuki because he's from Karnataka. He's there, and he's been joining our One India Kannada team, and he's been consistently backing the team to the hilt. And he was also one of the persons who was hoping RCB end up lifting the trophy and the drought ends. So your thoughts, Mr. Vasuki?
Thank you for having me here. It's been a long journey for RCB. Somehow this year looked very different, and everybody will surely agree with that. This year why it was different was it was a very well-rounded team. Means RCB always somehow used to be top heavy. Means they would always have 3 or 4 very good batters, and then in crunch moments their bowlers would give it away. And once Virat Kohli is out or somebody else is out, then it would be a bigger victory. And every year, though they have qualified for the playoffs 5 out of 6 years, every year somehow they used to end up with 1 or 2 huge victories. So those huge victories used to end up, used to hurt their net run rate. And finally, so they would be always in the 4th position even if they qualify. And if they are lucky, they would be in the 3rd position. So, and then they would not have much energy to really continue in the playoffs. So that used to happen every time. This year it was a very, very strong team. Easily one of the best teams of the competition. Not that I'm saying that because they have won it. Easily one of the better teams or the best team of the competition. And it was they have the batting, they have the bowling, and they have the all-rounders. And you can see Krunal Pandya's contribution also today.
Yes.
It was just up
Dada,
there
coming to you, Mr. Vasuki, as he just mentioned about Krunal Pandya. Krunal Pandya, the player of the match performance from the person who's been there, done it all for different franchises in the past, especially about if you talk about Mumbai Indians, चाहे वो 2017 का मैच फाइनल रहा हो या उसके बाद 2020 में जिस तरीके से कृणाल पांड्या हैज बीन डूइंग इट फॉर मुंबई इंडियंस, एंड नाउ this time around Royal Challengers Bengaluru, the very reason they bought him for, he delivered in the final.
Absolutely. I've been talking about it for a long time. If you remember, I wrote an article also on My Khela. Kunal has really changed it all over the years. Mumbai Indians' success story was complete. 5 times they were champions, and Kunal, Hardik, the Pandya brothers, as we call them fondly, and then Kyron Pollard. They were the sort of backbone of. You need to have a strong middle order. I mean, that's your backbone if you have a good middle order. What RCB could do this year? I think you need a lot of luck. Also, they were lucky. I think Punjab Kings messed it up so badly because they were solely dependent on Shreyas to come good. The ball was not coming to the bat. I thought putting a match winner like Stoinis below Shashank Singh, I think it was a disastrous decision. I mean, which cricket logic allows you to put a match winner at number 7? Uh, I think they gifted it on a platter rather than RCB winning. I thought it was more of Punjab losing the match than the way they lost it.
बिल्कुल दादा, और जिस
Quite
तरीके से शुरुआत
terrifying.
की थी, जिस तरीके से प्रियांश आर्या और प्रभ सिमरन ने जो स्टार्ट दिया था पावर प्ले में, इफ यू गेट टू अ गुड स्टार्ट, और उसके बाद भी दे हैड द डेप्थ. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट, काफी ज्यादा डेप्थ भी है पंजाब की बैटिंग में. बट आज क्या लग रहा था, श्रेयस अय्यर थोड़ा सा बैटिंग करने जब आए थे वो थोड़े से अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट लगे या ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट
No,
लगे?
I think it was all Ricky Ponting's doing because
Okay.
he's messed up batting order. He was he was doing a fantastic job with Shreyas, but you can't have a paranoid dependence on one cricketer,
Yeah.
which is Shreyas Iyer. I mean, of course, he did a fantastic job. He got you to the final spot. Then others should have taken confidence out of his batting, what he did against Mumbai Indians.
Ji.
But in the past also, when I have seen Ponting, if you can remember, I was with the Delhi DDC. I was the manager 2 years ago when he was the he was the coach along with Saurav Ganguly, and there were moments where he pushed Akshar Patel down the order, and there were many matches they lost in that way because Akshar was not promoted up the order. You should always push the match winners ahead of anyone else. And Marcus Stoinis is one cricketer. He's done it again and again. You've seen him. He's done well in Ashes, in all formats of the game. He's a match winner. I mean, he should have batted up the order, not at number 7. I think it's a blunder. I hope they have realized what they have done, and they've lost the trophy because of that. 6 runs, and they left too many things to be. Towards the end to finish. I mean, it's not possible. 30 odd runs in last 6 balls. And Shashank did a phenomenal job. But I think they deserve it and all that. But it was gifted to RCB. Let's put it that way. Rather than RCB winning it by the virtue of they've all played good cricket. I mean, let's not doubt that ever.
जी.
But
जाहिर तौर पर दादा,
I think. हाँ, बताइए.
क्या दादा, क्या कह सकते हैं पंजाब को लेकर? मतलब वही 2-3 पॉइंटर्स जो हम हर अपने लाइव सेशंस में निकालते हैं. क्या बड़ी हार की वजह रही? आप श्रेयस अय्यर वाला पॉइंट आउट आपने किया, बैटिंग ऑर्डर को लेकर हो सकता है, गेंदबाजी तो
नहीं, श्रेयस आउट होके बैठ गया. Shreyas, after he got out, he sat on the inside the dugout. He was not. You have to be. You know, it's not about your batting, right? It's just the team batting. You have to marshal the resources, and this is a problem. In IPL, the captains are not allowed to work their skill set as a captain. It's not about Shreyas batting alone. It's about managing the batting of the rest of the squad. And Ricky Ponting was doing that, and he was doing the job of a non-playing captain. I don't think it works very well in IPL. A captain has to be his own man. I mean, whatever theories you practice, you whatever team meetings you do, but it's ultimately the captain who is the boss of this team. Why Indian team is not done well in Test cricket in recent times? Because it's been the captain who is not the boss. If the coach is the boss, I think there's a huge problem, and it's an Indian Premier League. You
बिल्कुल
have to empower the captain. If you don't do it, there is a massive problem. A lot of foreign coaches prefer that kind of a system where they put a weak captain and then they're trying to work it out from outside. It doesn't work
Okay.
like that. But yeah.
जी, let me get to Mr. Vasuki. Vasuki, sir, the wait for Virat Kohli has finally ended. We saw a lot of RCB supporters coming out year after year, for every single game to back Virat Kohli, the son who was not born in Bengaluru, but the adopted son of the city, perhaps of the entire state, because the aura that he carries, the way he carried the weight of innumerable RCB fans on his shoulders for so many years, and he's still been a very crucial part of the side despite not winning a title. He's still stuck with the franchise. There would have been certain instances when people would have asked him to, okay, it's time for you to switch your loyalty, go to look for a better side or a team which has better luck. But he stuck there. He hung in there, just like he bats. He showed character, and eventually the drought has ended for Virat Kohli, the charismatic captain, the charismatic batter, the talismanic batter that the world has seen. And it is only fitting to see Virat Kohli uh, lifting the trophy alongside AB de Villiers, who's been a very integral part of Royal Challengers Bengaluru, and in front of Christopher Henry Gale, who has also been one of the biggest match winners IPL and Royal Challengers Bengaluru has ever produced. And also it comes after Virat Kohli announces his retirement from Test cricket. So multiple factors and uh, emotions also playing their part and making it very interesting one for Virat Kohli.
Correct. Virat Kohli, like Lord Krishna was once upon a time. He has like two mothers. He was born
Yeah.
elsewhere, but he has another mother here. So, there is no other fan like an RCB fan. Means I'm not saying it again because I'm from here. I've seen through the thick and thin of RCB's successes and failures. The real success, of course, is what they got today. Uh, and full marks to Virat Kohli. Anybody wants to be with a winner. There's always people who want to be with a winner. They don't want to be seen anywhere near being on the losing side, because end of the day it will come to their legacy, it will come to their name. But Virat Kohli, the loyal person that he is, he stuck to RCB. He is somebody who is very loyal. I mean, you can see it from his generic statements, whatever. So he is stuck to RCB, and it has been a very very
Ji.
long journey. I mean, I've been through this whole 18 years myself. Of course, I'm a cricket analyst, but end of the day, I am also an RCB fan. And and they are from here, they've played well, and what kind of support. I mean, I don't know if you have ever seen the kind of support. The the moment, I mean, I live in a place where there are only, typical home people here, homely guys here. And Shreyas wicket, I mean, they started firing crackers. Okay, every wicket fell, they started firing crackers. Somehow they got a wind out, they got some kind of a signal that this is going to finally be their day. E Salah Cup Namde is something which was coined a few years back, because at some point they thought something has to motivate RCB to go for it. So the fans coined it, and even you can see a couple of years back, even Virat Kohli saying "E Salah Cup Namde." So Isala Cup name, that means this time the cup is ours. So when RCB won the women's IPL last year, that these words were in fact said out by Priti Mandana, the captain of RCB. So last year itself they thought RCB is likely to win, because they would have been like really encouraged by the women's team winning it. But last but not least, or whatever, better late than never is what I could say. RCB has finally won it after coming so close, and they won it because they had a very strong team, as I said, a very well rounded team, and they have won each match pretty convincingly. One or two matches here and there will go, obviously, and there have been blunders. I mean, man to man, it was clear. It was very clear for any analyst to say that it would be RCB's match, because if you take the Indian context, or the top Indian players in Punjab, you will know that it will be a little tough for them to stand up to a huge match like the IPL final. So in fact, what RCB did here was they just started bowling tight and played out the overs. They just started chipping into the overs, and before you could know anything, it was already 8 or 9 overs, and they were well behind the run rate. And then Josh English's wicket possibly was the turning point, because though Shreyas Iyer got out very cheaply, he had still not settled, and he is always that all or nothing kind of a batsman. He will either play very well or he doesn't play
या
at all. That
दादा
kind of a knock.
थोड़ा आपकी तरफ आते हैं, ये थोड़ा सा कुछ बातें अब श्रेयस अय्यर की कैप्टनसी पर भी हो जाए. ऑब्वियसली जैसे आपने बताया कि आज कैप्टनसी श्रेयस नहीं, थोड़ा रिकी पॉन्टिंग ज़्यादा कर रहे थे, उनकी स्ट्रैटेजी ज़्यादा चल रही थी. बट इफ यू लुक एट द एंटायर सीजन, द वे श्रेयस अय्यर हैज़ performed as a leader, the way he matured as a leader, he progressed as a leader, led from the front. थोड़ा उसके बारे में बात करते हैं, एंड देन लेट अस आल्सो टॉक अबाउट द विराट कोहली फैक्टर. आपके मुंह से भी सुनना चाहेंगे विराट कोहली, बिकॉज यू हैव सीन विराट कोहली ग्रो अप फ्रॉम वेरी क्लोज क्वार्टर्स एज वेल.
नहीं देखिए, it's a huge victory, but I don't like the fact that it's a win. It's a similar thing like they have in CSK. CSK can't go beyond Dhoni, so RCB can't go beyond Virat Kohli. I don't like this single person being glorified when the entire team has done it. Last year also when KKR won, they said Gambhir. Gambhir did
जी
all the branding, and then he became the Indian coach, from a club coach to Indian coach,
जी
because he had to be compensated somehow. I don't believe in this individual glorification. Virat Kohli is a champion cricketer. I mean, the way he's carried himself over the years, uh, fantastic win. He deserves it. And every time he played in last 17 years that we have seen, he's put in his heart and soul into it. He's been a terrific cricketer, a great brand ambassador. Even also after winning a T20 tournament, he's talking about how everyone should embrace Test cricket, Ranji Trophy, Days cricket. So all that good things he's still saying, because he's been a great ambassador of the game in terms of fitness, in terms of application on the field, the way he's carried himself. He's still so looks so humble. He was in tears because he's really desperately wanted to win. After this, I can see Virat retiring from IPL by 2027, and you have to keep growing as a team. You just can't hold on to one player for a long time. It was the entire team who did it, not Virat Kohli alone. They did it for Virat Kohli, but this thing, that individual glorification has to stop in Indian cricket at some point. I think Virat deserves it, and more than Virat, I think RCB deserves it. The way they have supported over the years, and they have been the most sought after team in terms of money. The kind of money they got over the years, they made huge surpluses, and they've been amazing. In fact, when the auction happened, they didn't know who was the captain. They didn't have a captaincy option. They went to Virat Kohli. Virat then opted for Rajat Patidar. We have done stories also. We are aware of it, Avinash. So
जी
I mean, this is a great moment for the team. I think one should glorify RCB rather than the individual, and this is what I personally feel. And a lot of people said he's not a lucky factor. I was told a former selector was called in. He said get rid of Virat Kohli, and the franchisee said no, it won't work like that. We want Virat Kohli. He's our main guy, and he's the non-playing captain, clearly the boss on the field, and that made a difference. And that's the difference we saw it with Punjab. Whereas Punjab, the entire thing was, the manual was controlled from outside. You have to have a man inside who can control. Virat was constantly helping Rajat Patidar. The bowling changes, the fielding, the involvement. There's a misfield. Look at the way Virat reacts. It's not about Virat Kohli batting. The way he's on the field. It's not. You saw what he did in Delhi when he was playing for Delhi. The entire picture. He didn't score runs here. He scored 12 odd runs in that Ranji Trophy game. But this is what he brings to the table, and he lifts the team. And it's a team which has won today.
दादा अंतर कितना देख पा रहे हैं? पिछले साल का वो फाइनल मैच हमें याद है, सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद और कोलकाता के बीच था. वो बड़ा बोरिंग सा जज किया था हमारे फैंस ने, दर्शकों ने, सबने. आज तस्वीर कुछ और नज़र आ रही है. हमारी स्क्रीन पर भी वो तस्वीरें चल रही है. बेंगलुरु की ये ताज़ा तस्वीरें हैं. उसके बाद विराट कोहली का ट्रॉफी को किस करना, वो सिग्नेचर आता है, बहुत सारे इमोशनल मोमेंट्स वो ग्राउंड पर नजर आए जो पिछले साल कहीं फीके थे। कितना अंतर देख रहे हैं दोनों सालों में, और बिल्कुल पहली बार जीती है तो कुछ नया है।
नहीं, नया तो है, नया चीज होना चाहिए ना। वी शुड ऑलवेज हैव अ न्यू चैंपियन एवरी ईयर. Everyone should get a chance to win. Next year it should be Delhi, followed by Punjab. I mean, we need a new champion. I mean, that's why, when you get a new champion, it adds so much, so many dimensions to the game, to the tournament. You can't be seeing Mumbai Indians winning all the time, or a Chennai Super Kings, or a KKR. We need new champions. We need, that's how, the cycle works like that. We need new champions. We need new stars. Virat Kohli is not going to play Test cricket anymore. That doesn't mean we'll stop producing Test cricketers. हमें चाहिए Test cricketer. हमें मिलेगा भी. सर कुछ
जी
बोल रहे थे. I mean, if we trying to make a point, if you can.
Yeah.
yeah over to you,
Hmm?
Mr.
Yeah,
Vasuki.
yeah. Yes, sir. I mean, I was just listening to the earlier point by our friend. Virat Kohli, I mean, we are taking Virat Kohli's name with RCB only because he's been there all 18 years.
एग्जैक्टली।
Otherwise, it would not
Yeah.
have been saying that Virat Kohli is there. I mean, he has stopped playing Test cricket now. The show will go on. He will, of course, probably 1 or 2 years, he will stop here. He possibly may want to win one more for the team, as he is a very, very loyal person by nature. He would want to possibly also. I mean, I'm take my word. I'm not a blind Virat Kohli fan. I mean, if you really start going inside, I will start saying whatever negatives he has. Okay. In fact, when he stepped down from Test cricket, all the people were saying that he should not have done it. I said it was the correct move, going by how he had done in the last recent years. So it is not at all about him. It is always the team. One greatest thing that he has done is he's always played for the team and its victory. He would have he has taken several steps. He has he has taken decisions which are like so sudden and so wrong, and all those things when it comes to team selections and all that is done. But now when he is not playing, I mean it, I mean he is a supporter. I mean, he was not controlling the team or anything like that. He has given a free hand. He's that kind of a person, is what I wanted to say.
ओके चलिए, तो ये जो विजुअल्स आपकी स्क्रीन पर दिख रहे हैं ये लाइव आए हैं हमारे पास बैंगलोर से। और भी आएंगे विजुअल्स जो हम आपके साथ शेयर करते रहेंगे। रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बेंगलुरु ने पंजाब किंग्स को हम कह सकते हैं कि एक तरफा मुकाबला था। ये 6 रन का विन मार्जिन जो है वो पूरी स्टोरी बताता नहीं है, क्योंकि मैच तो शायद बहुत पहले ही पंजाब किंग्स हार चुकी थी। दादा, ये जो लास्ट में हमने एक जो ब्लिट्स देखा स्पेशली शशांक सिंह से, वो 30 बॉल 60 ऑड रन और आखिरी के ओवर में 24 से 26 रन भी बनते हैं, लेकिन मैच तो बहुत पहले ही पंजाब हार गई थी। राइट आफ्टर फिल सॉल्ट, राइट आफ्टर द विकेट ऑफ जॉश इंग्लिश, वो मोमेंटम को लूज करते चले गए। और अगर शायद साथ में शशांक के खड़ा रहता कोई प्लेयर तो द रिजल्ट कुड हैव बीन अ लिटिल डिफरेंट। और पंजाब के जो सपोर्टर्स हैं वो थोड़े जो अभी डिसअपॉइंटेड हैं, डिस्ट्रॉट हैं, शायद इतने ज्यादा डिसअपॉइंटेड ना होते, क्योंकि जिस तरीके का खेल हमने मुंबई के खिलाफ देखा था वो एक कट थ्रोट कॉम्पिटिशन चल रहा था मैच, और द रिजल्ट कुड हैव गॉन ईदर वे। बट आज वो शायद 14वें ओवर के बाद वो लगभग तय हो चुका था कि ये ऊंट किस करवट बैठ रहा है।
नहीं, देखिए, one good thing which happened for RCB was that it's not about Josh English getting out. I mean, Stone is batting at number 7.
जी
I mean, why would you do that? I think it's a horrendous decision, and they paid for it, and paid quite heavily. And one thing which didn't work in their favor, they thought there will be a due factor, and the ball slowed. I mean, the ball wasn't coming to the bat as one would have
एग्जैक्टली
thought.
वो हमारी बात भी हुई थी,
Probably,
लग भी रहा था कि गेंद जो है वो फंस के आ रही थी जब आरसीबी बैटिंग कर रही थी, एंड इट वाज अ टिपिकल
yeah.
विराट
So it
कोहली नॉक जो हमने
it was a
लास्ट
good
ईयर देखा
toss
था
to
वर्ल्ड कप
lose
फाइनल के वक्त।
for RCB. Uh, Good toss to lose for RCB. And I thought RCB winning this tournament, I mean, having a great bowling side, and one gentleman, which is Krunal Pandya, Josh Hazelwood. I was there in that opening game in Calcutta when they beat defending champion. Uh, Calcutta KKR in the opening game, and I could see that spark. Kunal, for instance, he was bowling bouncers. He was the way he moves on the field. I remember one game he played against Delhi where he played a match-winning knock. I think
Correct.
the knock which
As a
Jitesh
batter.
played before they went up in the second position, just before the league stages ended. Jitesh playing that knock, that blinder, that was again,
Correct.
I mean, what a game changer. I mean, each and every one has contributed. I mean, Suya Sharma. I happened to play league matches with him in Delhi against Madras club. He was playing with long hair and everything. He only knew how to bowl googly. So and he played under Pawan Negi again, a World Cup. So you see the way he went up. He's bowled beautifully throughout the tournament. Whenever he's went in as a super sub, that rule which you allow another player to come into the side. I think it was brilliant. The way everyone contributed. It was not, and Virat also today scoring those runs up front. It was not an easy wicket as we thought. The ball wasn't coming as easily as we thought it should have come. But really, I mean, they lost somewhere in the mind, the Punjab Kings. कहीं ना कहीं दिमाग से अगर आप पहले हार जाते हो तो what can anyone do? And I think captain could have been a little more proactive, which is
मन
Shreyas
के
Iyer
हारे
after
हार
he
है,
got
मन के
out.
जीते जीत.
Exactly.
जी मुकुंद.
जाहिर तौर पर अब दो टीमें बस दादा हमारे पास ऐसी 10 टीमों की पूरी फहरिस्त में बची है जिसमें पंजाब का नाम है, और पंजाब के लिए कहीं ना कहीं अब सोचने विचारने की ज़रूरत ज़्यादा हो जाएगी, क्योंकि ये वो घड़ी थी, वो पड़ाव था जहां से सब कुछ आपके हाथ में था। आप शशांक के साथ बार बार एक इंसान का जिक्र हो रहा था कि कोई एक साथ दे रहा होता। श्रेयस अय्यर पर ओवर डिपेंडेंसी क्या खा गई इस टीम को, ट्रॉफी का सपना तोड़ दिया, इस तरह के सवाल आ रहे हैं। कैसे देख रहे हैं श्रेयस का वो 1 रन और 50 के स्ट्राइक रेट से सिंपल आउट हो जाना?
नहीं, देखिए, हमने प्री मैच में भी बात किया था कि श्रेयस जीरो में भी आउट आउट हो सकते हैं, पर उन्होंने जिस तरीके से बैटिंग करने का आई मीन किया अगेंस्ट मुंबई इंडियंस, दे शुड हैव टेकन लॉट ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन फ्रॉम हिज नॉक and that would have made a lot of difference to the team. But I don't know what they did. They really messed it up. I think probably the pressure of being in the final, they couldn't handle that. RCB was already ready because that win over Punjab Kings in the first qualifier, that gave that mental edge. I thought it was a perfect stage for this final. But as I mean, as everyone is talking about how Punjab lost it
जी।
before the 20th over was bowled. Avinash is also talking about it. तो ये मैं मानता हूँ कि शायद लिखा हुआ था. It was all written in bold letters. आज आरसीबी की जीत. आज का डेट भी कोई बता रहा था कि आज है
18
3
का वो
तारीख.
बन रहा था. जी 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 जी.
हाँ,
सारे
18
नंबर्स
बंदा,
को,
3
न्यूमेरिक्स को
6
जोड़ करके. जी
25.
जी
They
जी जी.
added up, it's 18. Virat's jersey is 18. I don't believe in all these number game and all
अब
that, but
खूब सारी
डिजर्व
पूजा
करते थे, जीत
जी.
गए.
यज्ञ।
तो सचिन तेंदुलकर, युवराज सिंह और बहुत सारे जो
दिग्गजों की
दिग्गज
बधाई
हैं,
का।
they are all the legends of the game are congratulating Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Visuals भी आ रहे हैं. Fireworks are lighting up in Bengaluru sky. The celebration has begun. Mr. Vasuki, coming to you, how long do you think this party is going to be there in the city, in the Garden City?
I don't know, maybe 18 long days after all these years, maybe. So I'm not really sure because I mean, as we are speaking, it's been a continuous stream of people shouting
Yeah.
and firecrackers. And I'm telling you, I mean, it's a very domestic and I mean, very homely kind of a place. And here it is like this. Just imagine in places like MG Road and all those places, it will be like people would have gone berserk. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody, they'll half of Bangalore would not go up to college, school, or maybe even work tomorrow. Sure.
So this is the craze of cricket in India. IPL perhaps surpasses all the craze that this country sees when it comes to sports. It's a festival of 2.5 months, and fans in millions, they wait for this festival to begin, and they wait for their favorite teams to lift the trophy. Finally, in the 18th year of its existence, Royal Challengers Bengaluru have given themselves a gift, and to the countless fans, needless to say that this team has a massive fan base, not just in India but across the globe. And it's because of the man, the phenomena that Virat Kohli has been there, and it's his contribution to Indian cricket that we see. In fact, the former UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is also at the Narendra Modi Stadium watching and supporting, and he
Punjab
was
Kings.
supporting. He was supporting the RCB and the Punjab Kings as well. So he had some words of wisdom for RCB as well. But
His wife
Dada,
would be supporting RCB from
या
there.
दादा, थोड़ा पीछे जाते हैं टाइम में. जो पहला
जाइए.
फाइनल था रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बेंगलुरु का अगेंस्ट द डेक्कन चार्जर्स, अनिल कुंबले वर्सेस
वो भी
एडम
क्लोज मैच
गिलक्रिस्ट.
था.
जी,
काफी क्लोज
Correct.
मैच था वो.
बिल्कुल.
Six
बहुत ज्यादा
runs
क्लोज
from the
मैच
match.
था.
वहां से
एंड दैट
लेकर
डे
के
आई वाज इन बैंगलोर.
2025 तक थोड़ा सा उस पे
नहीं नहीं
उस जर्नी पर बात करते हैं.
नहीं मैं दैट डे व्हेन दे लॉस्ट टू डेक्कन चार्जर्स, नाउ डिफंक्ट टीम. I remember I was in Bangalore that day. I was in Fraser Town एक जगह है बैंगलोर में, and it
Yeah.
was so quiet and no one came out to discuss the match. Nothing. It was a very close game again, and the team that time was led by Anil Kumble. I remember that day, and today I'm sure Bangalore would have erupted to a big joyous mood, and they love their cricket. But of course, uh, I mean, look at these visuals we are seeing right now.
यस.
Amazing. They have
And
waited for
we
such a
there
long
were around
time.
93,000 spectators in the ground, in the stadium tonight.
Must have been really claustrophobic. I mean, so many people inside. It'll take the entire night to cover up to go back to your hotel, probably. But I mean, coming back to Bangalore, Bangalore, I mean, the fact that this, I mean, as Sir pointed out earlier, it was a top-heavy side, and it was all foreigners batting up the order. And now they decided that we will invest a lot on Indian players. And look at the way look at Bhuvaneshwar Kumar coming in. I mean, he's worked so hard on his bowling. So they worked on the bowling. They did spend a lot of money on bowlers earlier also. Not that they were not serious, but it didn't work. But this time, and I think the main man today is the man of the match, Kunal Pandya. He was fantastic. The fact that Mumbai Indians never bothered to take him back after he went to LSG and all that. When they started building a new team, he was never in their radar and all that. But Kunal never got any sort of push from his brother. His brother is also in a different league. He would not tell the Mumbai owners. But look what sort of difference he has made to this team. In fact, when before the announcement happened, there were three contenders for the captaincy. One such contender was Kunal Pandya along with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, because when they had the auction, they thought Virat will captain the side. And I remember this India England ODI match was happening in Ahmedabad. The promoters were there, and what has happened? I mean, Virat said, of course, politely said no to it, because once he's said no to it, I mean, once he has left it, he won't take it back, right? He said Rajat Patidar is the main guy, will support him. And look, I mean, Rajat Patidar been made the captain. Everyone is saying a new captain got new luck, and that's why they won. But I thought he got a lot of support from outside. Dinesh Karthik is one such character. I know a lot of people personally. Mane Kaka, the Messi of the team, who was with Messi with the Indian team for a long time. He's a fantastic. He carries a kitchen along with him when he comes to the field. He has all the food, all the drink you can imagine. He's a fantastic human being. I've seen him serving Indian cricket. Very passionate man. So this particular win is also for the support staff who have been with the team for 18 long years. They have seen so many coaches. They have seen so many people coming in, leaving. Virat Kohli is obviously the oldest, but the connect they created. I mean, if Delhi would have been playing, there wouldn't have been a AB de Villiers wearing a Delhi jersey. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
So they
that's
could
true.
create that, and now that the fact that they have created that connect, it's like Argentina. You know, they went to win the World Cup in '86, and again won it in 2022 or 23. I think the last
22.
World
Yeah,
Cup,
yeah,
football World Cup.
yeah.
So they had to wait nearly 40 years, but every time there was a football tournament, football World Cup, the maximum, the highest selling jerseys were the one from Argentina, you know, and this is what fans can do to this game. But, you know, it's high time because they are a very profitable franchisee. They never bothered to win. That's what we used to think because they made so much, over 250 crore they used to make every year without winning a single tournament. And look at the money they will make. I think it's time that winners, the promoters sell the team and give it to someone and make some money out of it. Because you know, after winning 18 years, I think this is a great opportunity because you won't have a Virat Kohli playing after post 2027. I don't see that happening. The way Virat said no to, he had to win this probably one more year. As sir is saying next year, एक एक खत्म नहीं हुआ, एक खत्म हुआ, अब नेक्स्ट ईयर की भी बात चल रहा है, नेक्स्ट ईयर दे वांट टू विन अगेन, लिटिल एम्बिशियस. बाकी टीम भी है कतार पे और वो भी जीतना चाहेंगे, but definitely they will carry this momentum. And it was, they used to say all kinds of things about Virat also, that he's not the lucky mascot and things like that. And it doesn't work like that in cricket. If you're a good player, you're bound to be
जी
rewarded. If you
दादा,
stay low,
अब थोड़ा सा
but
रजत पाटीदार और श्रेयस अय्यर पर बात करते हैं. जैसे बात हो रही थी कि श्रेयस अय्यर, इफ ही एंड्स अप विनिंग द ट्रॉफी, देन ही कुड बी पोटेंशियली लुक्ड एट एज द नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर कैप्टन फॉर इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम इन दी वाइट बॉल फॉर्मेट. रजत पाटीदार की अगर हम बात करते तो उनकी तो जगह भी अभी इंडियन टीम में नहीं बनती है इन एनी फॉर्मेट इफ यू टॉक अबाउट. तो ये विक्ट्री से ये ट्रॉफी उठाने से व्हाट will it help to someone like Rajat Patidar? How is it going to transform him into an India player, say 6 months down the line? But when you talk about a Shreyas Iyer, we already know that he will now be definitely fast tracked into the white ball format. If not in the T20Is, at least in the ODIs, he's going to get some very important role as well
नहीं,
because there's
T20
a
टीम में भी
void.
रहेगा श्रेयस.
जी
Shreyas Iyer will be there in T20 also. But what I really want to tell you guys is that Mr. Rajat Patidar has got a fantastic technique. If you see, if you
जी
understand the basics of batting, because I do a lot of work with batting and all that, talking to coaches and talking about the game 24/7. I can tell you he's got a great technique. He's a very sorted domestic cricketer. He plays a lot of red ball cricket. Uh, he plays and he scores runs for his Ranji side, which is Madhya Pradesh. So he's come of age, but the fact that he got a lot of opportunity last year during the England Test series, he couldn't score runs. I don't think he's going to get that chance that easily because there are a lot of people, someone like Shreyas Iyer, who opened himself a little to play short ball well, but that won't work in Test cricket. And we talk about Test technique, the right technique. Cricket is a side-on game. You can't show your chest to the bowler. I mean, if your ball is seaming around England and all that, you'll be nowhere. When you throw the ball, it's side on. When you bowl, it's a side on game. When you bat, you have to be side on. There's no open chested thing. People still do it for their convenience because white ball doesn't move that much. Real cricket lies when the ball. मुद्दा ही यही है कि स्विंग कराना, स्विंग खेलना. जो ये कर सकते हैं वही विराट कोहली टॉकिंग आफ्टर विनिंग आईपीएल टॉकिंग अबाउट टेस्ट क्रिकेट. So this is the power of Test cricket. We should not never forget. It gives you that strong base. It gives you that strong opportunity to stay there for a long time. देखो ऊपर जाना बड़ा easy है. विराट कोहली इतना दिन वेट किया, 18 साल खेलता रहा because he was playing
जी
Test cricket. अगर टेस्ट क्रिकेट नहीं खेलते, भटक जाते, खो जाते, जंगल में भटक जाते, उनको ढूंढ के लाना पड़ता, राइट? बिकॉज टेस्ट
जी
क्रिकेट इज दैट इम्पोर्टेंट.
होने तो वाले दादा,
सो
पर
इफ यू
फिर अब अगला मैच भी विराट 19 अक्टूबर को खेलेंगे. लगभग 80-90 दिन तो क्रिकेट के मैदान से गायब ही रहने वाले हैं.
नहीं नहीं रहेंगे यार. मैंने बोला दिल्ली वालों उनको उठा लो. तब
जी
ऑक्शन में तो उठा नहीं पाए. 2008 में आरसीबी में चले गए, अभी उठा लो, अब सारे में खिलाओ उनको,
हम्म।
3-4 काउंटी खेलो, वो पैसा नहीं मांगेगा, बात कर लूंगा मैं।
बहुत बढ़िया।
Okay, so Mr. Vasuki, your closing thoughts on this phenomenal victory. The campaign has been truly amazing for Royal Challengers Bengaluru this season, and two highlights for RCB this season.
One of the highlights surely is Hazelwood doing so well throughout the season. If you see today, possibly if you see properly today, he actually bowled proper, easy length balls. He just didn't want to mess up. After he bowled those two dot deliveries in the final over, he just made sure that he's not going to bowl a wide, not a no ball, and he didn't want to try out an Yorker, and it should not be ending up as a full toss or and I mean going waist high. I mean, he didn't want to try any of that sort. He just made sure that after that, technically we had won with 4 balls to go. Though of course we had won, we had like psychologically we had won much earlier, but still he made sure that he bowled that. So otherwise, which is why he went for some runs. Of course, he had gone for some runs in the first 3 overs today.
Ji.
Of course, a catch was also dropped off him. Anyway, so Hazelwood certainly is one of the guys who is done well. And I mean, there are several others. You can't really pick one of them because Krunal Pandya has done well. Suyash Sharma has chipped in. Yash Dayal had bowled some critical final overs. Though I mean, you can point out certain other things about him bowling some really off deliveries sometimes. Virat Kohli, as usual, has tremendously helped the team. Salt, I mean, he has hit 400 runs at about 175 strike rate, and that has really helped the team to get off to a solid start on more than a few occasions. So there are several others. I don't know whom to really point out at this time. A lot of credit should go to everyone, as the sir said, the support staff and mainly Dinesh Karthik. I mean, he is somebody who is like a wealth of knowledge of Indian cricket, and he has been there for in Indian in international cricket for more than 2 decades. If you see, I mean, 21 years ago, I'd seen him in a test match in Bangalore. I think that was the match where Clark made his test debut. Okay, so it's like he has done absolutely fantastically. So you can't really put one person in there. There are three out of the 9 guys who have taken man of the match. 3 have gone to Krunal Pandya for his fantastic contribution. One with the off the bat for against Delhi, and one in the first match, and one in the final. One in the first match against KKR, and one in the final. So if at all you want to point out somebody who is you want to really point out the second person, it would really go to Kunal Pandya.
Okay. दादा, अब इस सीजन के बाद what sort of changes do we see in both the teams, though they are the champions, लेकिन अगले सीजन की तैयारियों के लिए जब बातें होंगी तो क्या चेंजेस के बारे में सोचेगी पंजाब की मैनेजमेंट और आरसीबी की when they prepare for the next season?
I think it's a lot of time left for it. और देखिए आपको मेरा स्टोरीज फॉलो करना पड़ेगा।
माही वाला
क्योंकि
जवाब देना कुछ।
मैं धीरे धीरे
अभी
सारे
ज्यादा भी
मैं
2-3
ही
महीने का
खुलासा
टाइम
करूंगा। आई कैन कॉन्फिडेंटली टेल यू दैट बिकॉज लास्ट ईयर मैंने किया था
आपकी स्टोरीज का तो हमारी वन इंडिया के भी ऑडियंस का को इंतजार रहता है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
नहीं
चहल
नहीं,
की
ये है कि
उंगली जवाब दे
आपको
गई है,
याद
दादा
होगा।
आपने ही बताया था।
नहीं नहीं, Shreyas leaving KKR, it was our super exclusive for my
जी हाँ।
खेल। We have done stories, चारों कप्तान, 4 या 5 कप्तान आईपीएल से थैंक यू है लास्ट ईयर। उसमें फैफ भी थे, उसमें श्रेयस अय्यर थे, उसमें ऋषभ पंत थे, तो सारे न्यूज हमने ही ब्रेक किया था। तो आगे भी करते रहेंगे। तो इट्स टू अर्ली टू टॉक अबाउट। इफ यू टेल मी one player from every franchise, I can tell you retained, allowed to go.
जी
I mean, then I can tell you right now. But let's not waste our time and let's celebrate, soak our energy, seeing a great team winning. Uh, Beautiful win, really, and as you rightly pointed out, 6 runs on the board, but the victory happened long time ago. In fact, they lost it in inside their minds. Punjab Kings and hard luck. 2014, I remember.
फाइनल
Was it final? They lost to KKR.
KKR, जी हाँ.
या
They lost to a
Ridhiman
bet.
Saha
Yeah,
scoring
I
a
mean,
century for them.
100.
yes, yes. But I don't know if they lost to a better team or not. But definitely, Punjab was no less. Playing the final with so many uncapped players. They were a good team. They entertained us so well throughout the tournament. And RCB is number one entertaining team. I mean, the kind of energy they bring into the field. I've seen them losing all the games, bottom of the table, playing a match against Delhi, and I've seen the energy of the team on the field, and all thanks to Virat Kohli. He is, I don't know, I'm seriously worried about because this team is so Virat Kohli centric. When he actually leaves post 2027, what happens to this side? Sir will be playing, I think. Sir is
यस
raising his hand.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would like to say something in this regard. I'm not
That's it.
in support at all of Dhoni playing for this long. I mean, he started damaging from last year onwards, or at least since last year,
Very
he
true.
started damaging the chances. But in this case, what happens is possibly Kohli, after going off, possibly will be part of the support, or I mean, he'll be a mentor or something like that. Surely, for 1 or 2 years, he will be bound to do it, even if he doesn't want it. He will be wanting to do it because it's RCB. He'll be there. So it will be I mean, it will be a gradual process of going from one to another. And just because he's
Yes.
there for 18 years, we are saying that he is like it will be a little tough. I mean, obviously, it will be tough, but then I mean, it's such a strong team and it's a different captain. If Kohli was captain and if he had lifted the cup and if he had gone down or if he had left, 100% it would have made a difference. But now it will be a little different. 100% even now it will be a little tough, but not. I mean, otherwise, if he had been captain or something like that.
बिल्कुल.
Sorry to intervene.
जी.
चलिए लेकिन आज के लिए तो ये रात ये शाम और ये पूरा पल है आरसीबी के लिए सेलिब्रेशन की विजुअल आपकी स्क्रीन पर है. बहुत शुक्रिया मिस्टर वासुकी आपका भी और दादा हमारे साथ इस लाइव सेशन में जुड़े रहने
Thank
के
you.
लिए. कह सकते हैं इस पूरी रामलीला की आज विजयदशमी थी.
जी हाँ.
और आरसीबी ने बहुत
They
शानदार
killed the demon. Actually, they've killed the demon. They've slayed the
Victory of
demon.
good over evil
बिल्कुल
in cricketing terms.
Yes.
एग्जैक्टली. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप दोनों का हमारे साथ इस लाइव सेशन में जुड़ने के लिए. दर्शकों अब आपको एक क्विक अपडेट
Thanks
देते
to
हैं
sir. And thanks
हम. ये आईपीएल फाइनल आरसीबी के नाम हो गया है. 2025 का ही खिताब नहीं, अपना पहला खिताब भी आरसीबी ने अपनी झोली में डाल लिया है. पंजाब किंग्स का सपना टूटा है तो यहाँ आरसीबी के घर बने हैं. उनका सपना कहीं ना कहीं साकार होता हुआ नजर आया है. कांग्रेचुलेशन इस टीम को जिसने अपनी क्रिकेट एक बेहतरीन बनाकर दिखाई. और जो मीम पेजेस पर बाढ़ हुआ करती थी आरसीबी
जी हाँ, वो मीम्स की फाइनली भी उनका भी अंत होता है क्योंकि हमने देखा था कि साल दर साल आरसीबी के जो फैंस थे वो खुद इनफैक्ट हमने पिछले मैच में भी एक पोस्टर देखा था कि अगर आरसीबी नहीं जीतती है फाइनल तो मैं अपने पति को तलाक दे दूंगी. तो ये इस तरीके का हमने देखा है. इनफैक्ट कुछ साल पहले एक 2003 के विश्व कप के वक्त में एक इंसान था जिसने कहा था कि अगर इंडिया वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीतेगी तो मैं शेव नहीं करूंगा. काफी लंबे समय तक उसने शेव नहीं किया था और 2011 में जाकर के जब टीम इंडिया को जीत मिली है तो वो उसने
तो
शेव किया.
अविनाश जी, यहाँ क्रिकेट नहीं होता, ये धर्म की तरह, भावना की तरह, प्यार की तरह पाला पोसा जाता है. और 18 साल का मैं कहूँ विराट की चर्चा क्यों है, बिल्कुल हमारे एक्सपर्ट ने भी बात की, हमने भी बात की. ये इकलौता शख्स है जो इस टीम के साथ बना रहा, 18 साल बना रहा. और वो इमोशंस ग्राउंड पर नजर आए, वो इमोशन अनुष्का के साथ नजर आए और वो इमोशन पूरी टीम के साथ नजर आए. ट्रॉफी के नजदीक जब विराट पहुंचे तो उसे निहारते रहे, छूते रहे. अभी ट्रॉफी उन्हें मिलेगी,
जी अभी उठाई नहीं है,
उठाई नहीं है,
हाथ में नहीं आया सिल्वर प्लेट.
लेकिन उसके नजदीक पहुंचने की जो भूख थी वो महसूस की विराट ने और लगातार छूते से नजर आए ट्रॉफी को। बिल्कुल ये शानदार जानदार शाम है आरसीबी के लिए, बेंगलुरु के लिए, और डिजर्व करती है ये टीम ये जीत। 6 रनों से बेशक इस जीत को मिली है, जैसे कि अविनाश जी आपने बताया ही था। हम लगातार मैच फॉलो भी कर रहे थे आपके लिए। ये जीत की खुशबू बहुत पहले आ गई थी आरसीबी को, लेकिन शशांक थे मौजूद पिच पर।
वो कहावत है ना मुकुंद, की अकेला चना भार नहीं फोड़ता।
बिल्कुल।
आज अकेला ही चना था, क्योंकि गेंदबाजी की भी अगर आप बात करें तो पंजाब की गेंदबाजी, एक फेज था जब वो डोमिनेट कर रहे थे, और फिर एक फेज आया कि जब आरसीबी ने चढ़ाई शुरू की तो आखिर में थोड़ा सा उन्होंने स्लाइड जरूर कराया आरसीबी के, लेकिन वो जो 190 जो बोर्ड पर बने थे वो खराब टोटल नहीं था, क्योंकि ये पिच इतनी आसान बल्लेबाजी के लिए नहीं लग रही थी। और जिस तरीके की गेंदबाजी का जो आक्रमण आरसीबी का था, जॉश हेजलवुड और भुवनेश्वर कुमार बहुत अहम भूमिका निभा सकते थे, और उन्होंने ये किया है, अपना पूरा एक्सपीरियंस झोंका है। अब अगर आप भुवनेश्वर की बात करें तो वो उन्होंने पास्ट में सनराइजर्स की तरफ से ट्रॉफी उठाई है। हेजलवुड की बात करते तो उन्होंने चेन्नई की तरफ से ट्रॉफी उठाई है।
और अच्छा मैं कहूं फैक्ट है हेजलवुड को लेकर, जिस टीम के साथ फाइनल खेलते हैं हारती नहीं है।
बिल्कुल, तो लक भी कहीं ना कहीं उनके फेवर में गया है, और लक से ज्यादा था ये जो तैयारी थी वो काफी ज्यादा पुख्ता थी रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बेंगलुरु को। तो तमाम रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बेंगलुरु के जो समर्थक हैं, उनके जो दुआएं थी वो फाइनली रंग ले आई हैं। वो अब ड्रीम नहीं रह गया है, वो सपना नहीं है, वो सपना साकार कर दिया है रजत पाटीदार की अगुवाई में इस टीम ने। और एक ये देख करके काफी अच्छा भी लग रहा है कि एक कलेक्टिव टीम एफर्ट की वजह से ट्रॉफी उठा रही है। वहीं अगर आप दूसरी तरफ अब देखते हैं तो जाहिर तौर पर पंजाब के पास भी कलेक्टिव टीम एफर्ट था, जिसके बलबूते वो फाइनल तक तो जरूर पहुंचे, लेकिन आज कहीं ना कहीं वो कलेक्टिव टीम एफर्ट मिसिंग जरूर लगा, कमजोर जरूर लगी। एटलीस्ट उनकी पहले शुरुआत में गेंदबाजी में और बल्लेबाजी की अगर हम बात करें तो लास्ट के जो मिडिल ओवर्स जो बहुत ही क्रूशल रहते हैं किसी भी खेल में, T20 के मुकाबले के, वहां पर ये 7 से 15वें ओवर के बीच में गेम पंजाब किंग्स की हाथ से, उनके गिरफ्त से दूर जाता चला गया। और अंत तक जब शशांक के एक्सप्लॉइट्स की बात आई तो उनको 5 छक्के मारने थे, और वो आसान नहीं होता है। बट क्रेडिट टू शशांक सिंह फॉर मेकिंग दिस IPL हिज ओन। उसके साथ साथ प्रभसिमरन हो, प्रियांश आर्या हो, नेहल वडेरा हो, ये सब ये 6 अनकैप्ड खिलाड़ियों के साथ खेली है पंजाब किंग्स।
फाइनल तक लाना भी बहुत बड़ी बात थी,
तो
और
बहुत तारीफ और बधाई के पात्र हैं पंजाब किंग्स भी।
बिल्कुल शेयर की भी तारीफ करनी होगी। पिछले साल भी अपनी टीम को फाइनल में लाए थे, लेकिन इस बार ट्रॉफी नहीं मिली, टीम फाइनल में जरूर नजर आई। और वही कहते हैं विनाश जी, अंत में जीत क्रिकेट की हुई, और चाहे पंजाब जीतती, दोनों की टीम की जो कलेक्टिव परफॉर्मेंस थी वो शानदार थी, जानदार थी। बधाई हो एक बार फिर आरसीबी को 6 रनों से इस मुकाबले को किया अपनी झोली में। IPL 2025 का खिताब आरसीबी के नाम गया। फॉल्स ऑफ विकेट, मैच के टर्निंग ट्विस्टिंग पॉइंट, क्लाइमैक्स और पोस्ट मैच प्रेजेंटेशन में क्या हुआ, इसके लिए तमाम वीडियो हम आपके लिए बनाते रहेंगे। आप फॉलो कीजिए, बने रहिए।